The Tommy Campbell Show. Tariffs, beautiful beef, Trump gold cards, Australia, Europe, Mark Carney, and more. Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, still watching the market react to Trump's tariffs, with stocks going down quicker than Kid Rock's Dollarama Evil Knievel pants in Lauren Boebert's office. But hey, stable genius Donald Trump wants you to hank tough. Yeah, Hank Tough, that's a real post. Donald Trump showed off the new $5 million gold card. Unfortunately, there was all these audio problems, but thanks to my Soros technology, I've made this clip possible.
$5 million. For $5 million, she could be yours. It's the Ivanka card. Do you know what that card is?
Fake gold? Ugly picture?
It's the gold card. The Trump gold card.
Where's that smell coming from?
Me. I did a doo-doo.
Does Eric have the turd tongs here?
I don't know, but I'm gonna date her. We will go out in about less than 2 weeks, probably. Pretty exciting, right?
At the moment, do you have the only Trump gold card?
Don Jr. has one. Forrest Blow. Don Jr. loves it. It's like my hall pass for Ivanka. So hot. Kushner's not so happy.
Speaking of Don Jr., his good friend and fellow Rumble broadcaster Russell Brand has been charged with multiple sexual offenses. No shocker. This ultra-right-wing charlatan is a walking red flag. Come on, anyone that buys a shirt and cuts the top half off in a giant scoop is definitely a creep.
Subscribe.
I mean, the European Union won't take chicken from America. They won't take lobsters from America. They hate our beef because our beef is beautiful and theirs is weak. Oh, what? The seeds are different, right? Other people in the world are using seeds that insects. Come on, this is nonsense. This is all nonsense. What happens is they block our markets. When we open those markets, our volumes grow, our farmers will thrive, and the price of groceries will come down. Let Donald Trump run the global economy. He knows what he's doing.
Beautiful beef and beef seeds sounds more like something straight out of a Peter North film than a dinner staple. Let Trump run the global economy? Okay, so it's not just the world police anymore then. Now, for a deep dive on meat, an exclusive guest returns to the Tommy Campbell Show. Good evening, I'm Tucker Carlson, and tonight I'd like to talk to you about beef, the very meat tucked in the cheesesteak from the jailed tax frauds of the blue-collar campaign stop, the burger you attempted to order at Hardee's before the feds took your phone, or the Big Mac you threw at the wall. Donald Trump's reciprocal tariffs, if you want to even call them that, could lead to lower costs of many goods for the American people, the people of this country. Groceries are such an old-fashioned word. They just magically appear in my pantry by the slaves when I'm out golfing with the Saudis. The man has clearly never shopped in his life. But to be fair, neither have I. I mean, I hadn't entered a supermarket until I did my puff piece with Putin and was blown away by the carts in Russia. Trolleys, if you're watching from the UK. That refuses to take our meat. Take my meat, England. It is so good. Groceries. What else are we supposed to call them? I cannot think of another word. But I also think setting the tariff phaser to everyone and everything may not have been the best idea. Don't even try it, you uninhabitable islands. The European Union, the EU, restricts imports of U.S. beef due to health concerns over hormone treatment used in U.S. cattle farming, citing potential health risks. This is what the Euro overlords call precautionary principle, which mandates proof of safety before allowing food products on the market, contrasting with America's risk-based approach where products are allowed unless proven harmful. This has led to restrictions on hormone-treated meat, chlorine-washed poultry, and genetically modified crops. These hormones including ractopamine. Ractopamine actually sounds like something Bill Cosby slips in your drink. But ractopamine has been linked to cancer and other health risks in both humans and animals. In particular, it is banned in 160 countries worldwide due to its negative effects on human health. However, it is still widely used in the United States to promote growth in pigs, cows, and turkeys. Wait, is that why Marjorie Taylor Greene actually looks like that? Precautionary principle. Fascinating. Think of President Space Care and Cybertruck. You charge $100,000 for a vehicle marketed with an exoskeleton only to find out that the DePlorian panels were glued on and are falling off, resulting in a recall of every single wank panzer. And the fix is not more glue on the incel Camino because it's clear Elon sniffed it all with Joe Rogan between rounds at Jason Bobert's No Questions Woodjack off the 36. Password Beetlejuice. To secure the panels, they are being welded, resulting in a bolt gap and a mark. I'm not sure if you wrapped yours. I know Donald Trump never did. At least that's what Stormy Daniels said. But you are definitely out of luck because Tesla will have to peel your patriotic sticker off the cyber stuck to deploy the welding that's somewhere between Homer Simpson and Stevie Wonder. Oh, we're going to tariff Australia! Who cares? All they ship here is Kylie Minogue and kangaroo. At least that's what the globalists want you to believe, because the U.S. imports $2.5 billion in beef each year. Wait, what? Australian beef is necessary for U.S. fast food chains for its lower fat content, because the beef here, it matches the people. It's fattier. So to hit the American targets, the Australian beef is mixed with the U.S. beef, since USDA regulations state that hamburgers and ground beef cannot have a fat content of more than 30%. So your burger is going to cost more because many corporations need the meat and others simply want it. But the entire tariff situation is a shock. It came out of nowhere. Donald Trump never told us he was going to get elected and then start a trade war. He never mentioned this at any of his rallies. He did. And despite this, people still voted for him. And that's why we've all been chucked into this stupid stew with a broken ladle. So maybe one solution isn't to get mad at other countries for not buying our product. Damn you, Europeans! It's to face the reality that most of the meat you get wasn't roped on the open range by a troubled lawyer turned killer turned ranch hand, because real life isn't a cowboy soap opera for soft-handers. Instead of insisting our meat is beautiful, maybe it could be made better, not faster. I'm just asking questions. Now let's check in at Mike Lindell's television network. I can't even say that straight. It's so ridiculous, but things are going well there.
And he's being very fair. For far too long, Americans have felt forgotten about because these businesses are moving overseas and Americans are losing jobs. We take you to Flint, Michigan now, where the average family is hanging on to hope.
Go to Flint. I give up. Biggest broadcast place ever.
I told the president that I will be working hard for the next month to earn the right to represent Canada in those discussions, to get the best deal for Canada under the new U.S. approach. At the same time, Canada must be looking elsewhere to expand our trade, to build our economy, and to protect our sovereignty. Canada is ready to take a leadership role in building a coalition of like-minded countries who share our values. We believe in international cooperation. We believe in the free and open exchange of goods, services, and ideas. And if the United States no longer wants to lead, Canada will.
Boom, mic drop. Mark Carney went to Harvard and Oxford, got a PhD in economics, ran the Bank of England and Bank of Canada, studied economies through recessions, and he's drilling it home here. Canada wants trade. Canada believes business is international. America first will result in America alone, America last. For those not following, his opponent, Pierre Poilievre, has spent years aligning himself with Trump. He refuses to get security clearance, voted against raising the minimum wage, voted against children's food programs at school, voted against same-sex marriage, women's rights, voted against dental care for children, voted against affordable daycare, voted for scabs, voted against unions, and supported the trucker convoy. Gross. If you haven't heard my stand-up on those clowns, the track on that has over 244,000 streams on Spotify. Listen to that and the one after. I recorded them when I was opening up for Jim Jefferies on his last Netflix special. For those that don't know, Spotify is free. There's an ad-supported version, and that's what makes it so much better than Apple Music or anything. It's accessible to everyone. Several companies are reacting to the tariffs, some with layoffs. Ford is bracing for impact by announcing employee pricing for all U.S. customers. Okay, well, that's one less reason to work at Ford. Everyone gets your perk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always thought the employee pricing commercials must do the staff's head in. Nintendo has paused pre-orders of the highly anticipated Nintendo Switch 2, their first console in 8 years. And to put the popularity in perspective, how many copies of Mario Kart Deluxe on the Switch do you think have been sold? Got a number? Because it's likely way off. Over 67 million copies sold. Yeah, very popular. I play a lot of Mario Kart with my son. It's awesome. We also play Xbox. He's really good at Madden. It's good fun. Trump's tariff includes 24% slapped on Japan and 46% on Vietnam, where Nintendo has now moved some production of its hardware and components. So if you're a gamer or a gaming family and you want to get your hands on the Switch 2 at launch, you're going to have to get it in Canada, which means it's all going to be in French. Good luck. Mike Lindell is in my prayers and has my vote for Minnesota governor. MAGA tears. It's Liberation Day, Baldy. Are you going to make video in a couple months saying you were wrong when America is ultra wealthy again? MAGA tears. God, you are just terrible. MAGA tears? Is that against me or God? I don't know. These hormones, including ractopamine. Ractopamine sounds like something Bill Cosby slips in your drink. Go over there and get your pudding pop. Here's some ractopamine. And still watching the market react to Trump's tariffs with stalkers going down. Beautiful beef and beef seeds. Beautiful beef and beef seeds. Something coming out of a Peter North film. Gonna need some baby wipes for these beef seeds. Scene's over. Effects on human health. However, it is still widely used in the United States to promote growth in pigs, cows, and turkeys. Wait. Is that why Marjorie Taylor Greene looks like that?
The Tommy Campbell Show is the best political comedy show on YouTube. And I hope you subscribe.